All right, let's break down Overstock today. I've done a few different videos in the last couple of weeks and saying that my target for up here was about $52 to $54. I sold around 52, and then I said I was looking for a pullback to 43 to 45, and I would buy back in. So today we got what seems to be an ABC move down to all the way to 40.50. So it went way below my targets. I bought 43 to 45 though, 400 shares. And so I'm down on those right now. And it got me thinking, is this actually a one? And is this a two right here? It's a second move, second wave move. This is what I have thought over the last couple of videos. And so I'm in at 43 to 45. So looking at the chart now, here's another potential scenario. This is 1, 2, and then this is 3. And then if you're looking at the daily chart, this looks like an ABC pattern. And it goes right to the 0.23 fib, which is a classic fourth wave. So this is a possibility too. I have to say this is a possibility. I can't just ignore that, especially after we broke down to the point past the 0.78 fib on this pullback. Went right through where I think the bottom would have been if it was a second wave pullback. So for me personally, I am watching. Just because I'm swing trading, I'm not a long-term investor in Overstock. I just like how this moves sometimes. So if you get the right entry, you can make 20 or 30% in like a week or two, and it's pretty good moves. And they have earnings coming up as well. So I'm just looking at this right now, and I want to see from here on out. Like if this was a fourth wave move, we're gonna see only go back up to like 43 bucks. Maybe 44, possibly. So 43 to 44 bucks if it's a fourth wave move. So 43, that would be a fourth wave. So fourth wave. But if this is a ABC pattern and we're trying to get to 64 for the third wave here. If you do you see right here on the 1.61 fib at 64 bucks. Then we should see some kind of move like up to, I would say probably up to like 48 bucks going into earnings, I would think. So I'm guessing 48 bucks going into earnings. So I'm going to be watching to see how this bounces from here, just to determine if I plan on staying in it going into earnings. Because if we just do a shallow bounce into earnings, even if earnings are decent, there's potential gap down. I usually follow the price action more than the news. They could have good earnings and still gap down in this market. This market sucks right now. So I'll be watching that. Hopefully I was correct in my analysis and we just do a impulsive move back to 48 before earnings. That will make me more confident that we can head to 64 bucks. But like I showed you, this could be a 3, 4, and then a 5. And where would that take us if we did this is the crazy thing. If you guys saw Fastly today, that was down. I don't really follow the company that much, but that was down 20-something%, and that was at 130 bucks like basically like a year ago, and now it's at like 19 bucks. Overstock was at 120 bucks and it's at 40 bucks. So even though the numbers are crazy, like this has a 1.8 billion dollar market cap and it makes like $3 billion in revenue and has no debt, has a decent amount of cash, like they can decimate the companies. This is basically the opposite of 2020. That everything just goes down. So you can't rule out that this is a fourth. That was a fourth wave move, and then we're headed down lower than 38 bucks. But I'm just gonna keep my eye on what happens over the next couple of days heading to earnings on the 23rd. So we have what? We have 2 more days, and our earnings pre-market or after-market? I'm not really sure. I think they're after-market. So we have 3 trading days from here. So it's hard for me to believe we'll break 38, especially after the market just sold off pretty good. I think we're probably going to bounce in the market, but we'll see tomorrow. I don't want to see some lousy bounce here and then a slow fade down. That's going to make me not very confident. But scenarios are we bounce to $43, $44, or we get a strong bounce back up to like 47, 48, 49 heading into earnings. So if we see that, then I'm going to feel very confident that as long as we have decent earnings, we can still hit that 64 mark for the third wave. So that's my breakdown. Just remember that if we break 38, that's going to be really, really bearish because there is a gap to fill down at, if we go all the way down to like 30 bucks right here, that would be my next target if we break 38. So, and if you do the Elliott wave from the third wave up to here, it actually plays out to like 20 bucks. So I'm not bearish on this, but I have to be cautious and use stops in this market because the last thing you want is to have this breakthrough here and then do a really crappy bounce and then just sit here for forever. I mean, look at Facebook. People are buying the dip on that, which if they're doing long term could be good, but like any stock is just not bouncing in this market. So you have to be very careful with your stops, or else you'll be bag holding for months, could be even years. We don't know how this market's going to play out over the next couple years. So that's what I'll be watching. Fourth wave, or are we going to start an impulsive first wave from here? Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and like and subscribe. And I will probably update this tomorrow because I want to see what it does from here. I would imagine we at least get a small bounce. So I will talk to you in the next video.